Hello friends, let's discuss some important topics related to geography for UPSC Prelims 2023. So, first topic is India push for millets. At India-led initiative for UN International Year of Millets 2023, India has called COVID, conflicts and climate the world's main food security challenge to place the cultivation and popularization of millets in this context a wider imperative de-risking in global economy. Millets are the group of highly variable small seeded grasses widely grown around the world as cereal crops and grains their fodder and human foods. Benefits: first is nutritional security, second is climate resilience, third is economic security, fourth one is against the health issue. So these are some benefits of millets. Now, what are its challenges for millets? First is preference for wheat as a staple foods. Wheat, because of gluten, makes a softer food and is more liked. Government policies: National Food Security Act promotes wheat and rice. Lack of awareness about the benefits of millets. Although coarse grains are included in definition of food grains under section 2.5 of NFSA, the distributions through PDS is negligible. Next challenge is MSP challenges. The government has declared minimum support price for jowar, bajra and ragi only. So this is one of the challenges. Next challenge is low consumption. In the latest available NSSO households, the consumption expenditure survey, which is more than a decade old, less than 10% of rural or urban households reported consumption of millets. Other challenges like lack of input subsidies and price incentives and changing consumer preferences. Initiatives in India. What are government's initiatives? So government is declared in 2019 millets as a nutri-cereals, considering the high nutritive value and also anti-diabetic properties. In 2018 year, National Year of Millets, increase MSP for millets. The government has increased millets in a public distribution system under and Poshan Abhiyan. So next topic is Shri Ann schemes. While presenting the Union Budget 2023-24, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman named millets, that is coarse grain, is Shri Ann, as India is at forefront of programs to popularize Shri Ann. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman also said that Indian Millets Research Center Hyderabad will also have to promote as a center of excellence so that it can excel the national level as well. Backgrounds: the UN has declared the year 2022-23 is International Year for Millets. Shri Ann is called superfood. Shri Ann called superfood because there are more nutrients in Shri Ann. Along with this, these grains rich in beta-carotene, niacin, vitamin B6, folic acid, potassium, magnesium, zinc, etc. Fiber is present in it, which improves digestion. In this way, the person who eats does not have the problems of constipation. Consuming this strengthens the bone. Shri Ann also considered as the best for diabetes and heart patients. For all these reasons, Shri Ann also called superfoods. So Sri-Ann, which type of crops are under Sri-Ann? So first one is jowar. It is gluten free and good source of protein. It is a great food for diabetic patients. Second is bajra. Vitamin B6, folic acid is present in it, removes anemia. Ragi. It is a source of neutral calciums, help to strengthen bones and growing children and adults. Sawa or sama. Rich in fiber and iron, removes acidity, constipation and anemia. Kangini helps to detoxification, control BP and bad cholesterol. Kodo is also rich in fiber, beneficial in disease related to gaiatoric progeria and pellets. Kukti is a good source of antioxidants. The magnesium present in it control healthy heart and cholesterol. No. With the towering peaks, majestic landscape, rich diversity and cultural heritage, and Himalayan regions has a long drawn visitors of pilgrims from Indian subcontinent across the world. These dynamics are termed tourisms, to key driver of seismologic developments for local mountain peoples. Tourism provides a valuable incomes, business and opportunities, and for the state government and private entrepreneurs it brings into profits. So this is not much important. Forest wealth. Himalayan range are a very rich forest resource. In their altitudes, Himalayan range shows successions of vegetables for their tropical alpines. Himalayan forests provide fuel, wood, large variety of raw materials and forest-based industry. Besides, many medical plants grow in Himalayan region. Tourism, a virtue for their scenic beauty, the healthy environments. Himalayan range developed a large number of tourist spots. So again, this is not much important. Now, this is important facts. Semeru volcano of Indonesia. Semeru volcano erupted Indonesia, East Java province. Other volcanoes such as Merapi volcano, Java, or Singbung volcano, Sumatra, also erupted recently. So, Semeru volcano. Semeru is known as the Great Mountains. It is the highest volcano in Java and one of the most active. It previously erupted in December 2019. Indonesia with the maximum number of active volcanoes in the world. It is prone to seismic upheavals due to its location on its Pacific Ring of Fire. Semeru volcano is also the part of island arc, formed the subduction of Indo-Australian plate below Sunda plates. The trench are formed here called Sunda Trench, whose major section is Java Trench. Pacific Ring of Fire. The Ring of Fire, also referred as a circum-Pacific belt. It is a path along the Pacific Ocean characterized by active volcano and frequent earthquake. It traces boundaries between the several tectonic plates, including Pacific, Cocos, Indian, Australian, Nazca, North American, and Philippine plates. Now, next is island arcs. There are long curved chains of oceanic islands associated with intense volcanic and seismic activity, or orogenic, means mountain building process. An island arc is typically a land mass or partially enclosed, usually shallow sea, on its concave side. Along with the convex sides, there are most inevitably exist a long, narrow deep sea trench. The greatest ocean depth are found in these depressions is the seafloor is in case of Mariana Trench and Tonga Trench. The prime example from this geologic features includes Eltunian Alaska Arc, and Kuril Kamakacha Arc. Now, our next topics: Belgaum border disputes between Karnataka and Maharashtra. Decades ago, the dispute between Karnataka and Maharashtra is Belgavi from the Belgaum district, as Maharashtra prefers to name it, has suffered. Belgaum is known as Belgavi, is located in Karnataka, but it is claimed by Maharashtra. So, what are the background of the issue? Maharashtra wanted to readjustment of its border with Karnataka in 1957 after being strayed by the adaptations of the State Recognition Act 1956. Maharashtra invoked Section 21(2)(b) of the Act and sent to memorandum to the Ministry of Home Affairs starting to the oppositions to inclusion of Marathi-speaking districts in Karnataka. It claimed an area of 2,806 square miles, 814 villages, and 3 major towns of Belgavi, Kavar, and Nilpani, with the total population of around 6.7 lakh, all of which were part of Bombay Presidency before independence. The villages are located on the district of Belgavi and Uttar Kannada of northern Kannada, as well as Bidar in Gulbarg, northeastern Kannada, all of which are the border Maharashtra. Later, when both states constituted the 4-member committee, Maharashtra stated willingness to transfer 260 predominantly Kannada-speaking villages, with the population is roughly 3.25 people and the total area of 1.16 square miles. This was in lieu of accepting Karnataka willingness to take its demand for 814 villages and 3 urban towns. What are the steps taken to resolve it? So in 1960s, both states agreed to upon set up of 4-man committees with 2 representatives from each state. Except of this issue of continuity, the committee could not arrive their unanimous decisions. Between 1960 to 1980, the Chief Minister of Karnataka and Maharashtra have met several times to find a solution to vexed issues, but with no avail. Response of Union Government. The central government constituted in Mahajan Committee in 1966 to assess the situations. Representatives from both sides, Maharashtra and then Mysore states, were the part of the committee. In 1967, the committee recommended that some villages of Karwars, Helial and Sapurna taluks of Karnataka given to Maharashtra but left in Belgavi with the southern state. Response of Supreme Court. In 2006, the Supreme Court held that the issue should be resolved through mutual negotiation and that linguistic criterion should be considered, as it may create more practical problems. This cause is still being heard by Supreme Court. Now, move on next topic. Next topic is Joshimath. As we know, Joshimath, located in Chamoli district of Himalayan states, Uttarakhand, located in a seismic zone 5 and bounded by 2 regional thrusts, Vaititra in the north and Manusiri in the south. So reasons for Joshimath crisis. The residents of Joshimath are alarmed over unprecedented number of cracks appearing on roads and commercial or residential buildings. People have been asked to vacate the following fears of landslides and imminent disasters. Authorities have declared Joshimath as a landslide and subsidence hit zone. Experts have pointed out that Josimat city has been built on their ancient landslide material, meaning it rest of its deposits and sand and stones, not rock, which does not have high loaded bearing capacity. This makes an area extremely vulnerable ever bearing the infrastructure and population. Unplanned and unauthorized construction has led down to blocking the natural flow of water, which eventually result to frequent landslides. The construction of NTPC Tapovan Vishnugad hydro power project is also seen as one of the reasons for the incident. This was found at the tunnel had water seepage at punctured aquifers, leading to the drying of water sources in Josimat. It may also be the result of revocations of geographic fault defined as a fracture zone of fracture between the two blocks of rocks where the Indian plate has pushed under the European along the Himalayas. So these are important. What is land subsidence? Land subsidence is sinking of ground because of underground materials movements. Subsidence can cause a gradual settling by sudden sinking of Earth's surface. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration (NOAA) USA. The subsidence are generally three reasons. First is natural cause. Natural cause like earthquakes, glacial isostatic adjustment, soil compactations, erosion, sinkhole formation, etc. In resource extractions, exerting resources such as oil, water, minerals, natural gas, etc. for grounds and minings, frackings and pumping, construction of infrastructure, excess infrastructure load above to carrying capacity of the soil. So Mishra Committee, it is important in recommendation of Mishra Committee 1976. Their committee is appointed in 1926 to look why Josimat is experiencing sink. This committee made a various recommendations in this regards. First, in slip-off zones, the new construction should be undertaken. Construction should be only permitted once the site is stability has been accessed, and such regions should be appropriately investigated before being delineated. No trees should be chopped down within landslide prone sites, nor should be boulders removed by excavating or blasting to repair roads to perform any other building activities. Second recommendation is the region between Maravi Reserve, Josimat Reserve Forest and cantonments should all undergo extensive planting. It was also highlighted that there should be a complete restrictions on gathering building materials within a radius of 3 to 5 kilometers of Josimat township. Now, next topic is glacier moraines. Erosional landform due to glaciers. What are the erosional landforms due to glaciers? First is creek or corries. They are deep, long and wide troughs or basins with very steep, concave and vertically dropping high walls at the head as well as the sides. They are simply ball-shaped depressions formed due to the erosional activity of glaciers. When these depressions are filled with water, they are called creek. Take a Corrie Lake or Tarn Lake, hanging valleys or U-shaped valleys. This is the second erosional landform due to glaciers. Glacier doesn't create a new valley like river does, but deepens and widens of pre-existing valley is smoothing away and irregularities. These valleys are not formed by glacier erosions, assumed to shape their later U and hence called as U-shaped valley or hanging valley. A forged is a very deep glacier trough filled with sea water and making up shoreline. Third one is horn and arêtes. Horn are a sharp-pointed and steep-sided park. They are formed by headward erosions of a wall. When the divide between two creek walls get narrowed because of progressive erosions, it results to the formation of two saw-toothed rift called arête. Now, next is depositional landform due to glaciers. So first one is moraines. Moraines are long ridge deposits in glacial tills. When these deposits are at the end of glaciers, they are called terminal moraines, and when they are deposited on both sides, they are called lateral moraines. When lateral moraines of two glaciers join together, they form medial moraines. So this type of questions, probability of this type of question will be asked in UPSC statement, prelims statements. When the lateral moraines of both sides of glacier join together, it forms horseshoe shaped. Now, next depositional landform is eschers. When glacier melt in summer and water which forms as a result of melting accumulates breadth of glacier and flows like a stream in channels breadth that ice. Very coarse material like boulders, blocks and some minor fractions of rocks debris are carried away by these streams. Third depositional landform is drumlins. They are smooth oval shaped ridge like a structure composed mainly of glacial till. Its shapes like inverted spoon with a greatest part is stone end and the lowest narrow part is tail ends. They are formed as a result of glacier movements over a minor obstruction like small surface rock. The glacial till gets deposited in those obstructions and movement of glacier shapes this deposit like an inverted spoon. Next topic is Pusa decomposer to curb stubble burnings. So the scientists have developed biodecomposer techniques called Pusa decomposer to converting to crop stubble into compost. Pusa decomposers. Pusa decomposers is in the form of capsules made by exerting fungi strain that helps to paddy straw and decompose at a much faster rate than usual. The fungi helps to produce an essential enzymes for degradation process. Decomposers mixtures. It involves making a liquid formulation using decomposers capsules and fermenting it over 8 to 10 days to spraying the mixture of field with the crop stubble and ensure speedy biodecomposition of stubble. The farmer can prepare 25-liter liquid mixtures with 4 capsules jaggery and chickpea flour. The mixture of is sufficient to cover 1 hectare of land. Time to decompose. It takes around 20 days of degradation process to be completed. Under usual circumstances, shared by watered paddy straw which mixed with soil takes at least 45 days to decompose. It does not give enough time for farmers to prepare the field of wheat crops on time. Now, what are its benefits? The decomposers involves a fertility and productivity of soil as a stubble works in as manure and compost for the crops with lesser fertilizers consumptions is required in future. The soil loses its richness due to stubble burning and it also destroys the useful bacteria and fungi in soil from causing harm to environment. It is efficient and effective, cheaper, double and practical technique to stop stubble burning. It is eco-friendly and environmentally useful technology and will contribute to achieve Swachh Bharat mission. Sri Samet Sikhaji removes from eco-sensitive ecotourism zone and tourism. So in January 2023, the Union Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change has imposed a immediate ban on the implementation to the provision of Section 3 of notification, and the other tourism and ecotourism activities are environmentally sensitive area associated with Sri Samet Sikharji mountain range located in Giridih district of Jharkhand. So location are important in UPSC prelims 2023. Now next topic is Parvatmala schemes. So the National Ropeway Development Program Parvatmala was announced in recently by Union Budget Finance Minister in 2022-23 to improve the connectivity in hilly areas. So about this scheme, this will be preferred ecologically sustainable alternatives in place of conventional roads in difficult hilly areas. The idea is to improve connectivity and convenience for commuters besides promoting tourism. This may also cover congested urban area where conventional mass transit systems are not feasible. Benefits of ropeway infrastructure. First is economical mode of transportation. Given that ropeway projects are built in the straight lines over a hilly terrain, it also results for lower land acquisition cost. Second is faster mode of transportation. Owing to the aerial mode of transportation, ropeway have the advance to roadway, where projects where the ropeway can build to a straight lines over the hilly terrain. Eventually, friendly, low dust emissions materials containers can be designed so as to be ruled out any soiling and environments. Last mile connectivity. Ropeway projects adopting 3S, a kind of cable car system or equivalent technologies, can transport 6,000 to 8,000 passengers per hour. Now, move on next topic. Top producer of nickels. So nickel, it does not occur in free natures and found associations with copper. So always found associated with coppers. In the important occurrence of nickel ferrous lamanites are found in Jaipur district of Odisha. Jajapur district of Odisha. Nickel is found in sulfide form in Jharkhand. So in Jharkhand they are made in sulfide form. They are occur in sulfide form. Other important occurrence of nickel are Karnataka, Kerala and Rajasthan. About 92% resource of nickel are present in Odisha. Rest are distributed in Jharkhand, Nagaland and Karnataka. So remember that Odisha is the largest producer of nickel. Now move on next topic. Next topic is Global Center for World Health Organizations. The WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicines is a knowledge center for traditional medicine. As per WHO overall traditional medicine strategy, it has a strategic focus on evidence and learning, data analysis, sustainability and equity, and innovation and technology to optimize the contribution of traditional medicines to a global health and sustainable development. At some times, respect of local heritage, resource and right to guiding principles. Why it is needed? So 88% of the countries are estimated to traditional medicines such as herbal medicines, acupathic, yoga, indigenous therapies and others. 117 members state reports use of traditional medicine and the priority requires to WHO for evidence and data to inform policies. A standard and regularity framework is safe for cost-effective, equitable use. Traditional medicine has been integral resource for health and centuries for communities around the world. It and it is still mainstay for some with inequalities across the conventional medicine. Next topic is DMH11. Dhara mustard hybrid. DMH11 is indigenously developed transgenic mustard. It is genetically modified vibrant herbicides tolerant HD seeds. HD mustard. It contains two alien genesis. Isolated form of soil bacterium are called Bacillus amplophanes that enables breeding of high-yielding commercial mustard hybrids. It has been developed by the Center for Genetic Manipulations of Crop Plants at Delhi University. In 2017, the GEAC recommends that commercial approval of HT mustard. However, the Supreme Court stayed to release and asked the central government to seek the public opinion. So, what are its significance? India produces only 8.5 to 9 million tons of edible oil annually, while import 14 to 14.5 million tons, which entitled a record of foreign exchange outgo of 18.99 billion USD in the fiscal year ended till March 31st. Mustard variety in India have a narrow genetic base. In Barnes Buster systems enables breeding of hybrids form of wider range of mustard, including those of East European origin and Hira and Dhonza. Double asteroid redirection test DART. DART is the world's first planetary defense technology demonstrations that aims to protect plants from any possible collisions of alien practices. This mission was carried out by NASA. It was launched on SpaceX Falcon 9 rockets. Dimorphos is a smaller asteroid revolves around a large asteroid called Didymos. The DART missions has changed the orbital periods of Dimorphos to ensure that they remain in their tight orbits. The European Space Agency will send the Hera probe to Dimorphos in 2024 in order to ensure that the moonlets of the following intent paths. DART is a first ever mission aimed to investigating and demonstrating the method of asteroid deflection and changing the asteroid motions of space through kinetic impacts. The DART craft carries a high-resolution Darko Didymos reconnaissance and asteroid camera optical navigation camera to observe the collision and its consequences. DRACO will use to sending the image to Earth on a real-time basis. It will help to studying the objects with precision. DART is impacts with the asteroid Dimorphos demonstrates a viable mitigation technique for protecting the planet and Earth-bound asteroids or comet telescope placed on the Earth's surface will track to success made by these missions and changing a course of asteroid. Typhoon Hanemer was known. Philippine super typhoon Haneri was very large and powerful tropical cyclones. They impacted Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, the Philippines, and Russia. The 11th named storm, 4th typhoons, and the first super typhoons of the 2022 Pacific typhoon season. Hanemer originated and distributed the area weather first noted on August 27 by JDWC. So this is not so much important. Now next cyclone is cyclone storm Sitrang, which weak tropical cyclone that affected India and Bangladesh on late October 2022. So only location are important. Typhoon Nanmadol, known as Philippines Super Typhoons Josie, which a powerful tropical cyclone that impacted Japan. The 14th named storm 7 intense tropical cyclone worldwide in 2022. Hurricane Lan. So Hurricane is found in America, was a powerful category 5 Atlantic hurricanes, which was the third costless weather disaster on record and deadliest hurricanes to strike damage across western Cuba and catastrophic damage in Florida. It also caused damage in the Carolines. It was the 9th named storm, 4th hurricane and second major hurricanes of 2022 Atlantic hurricane season. Now, next topic is first CNG terminal. Prime Minister Narendra Modi laid down the foundation stone of world first CNG compressed natural gas terminal in Bhavnagar in Gujarat. This project is expected to infuse 4,000 crore into developing the port infrastructure at Bhavnagar. The terminal expected to operated by 2026. The Bhavnagar project will develop through a public-private partnership. About the terminal, the CNG terminal projects of cargo handling capacity 1.5 million metric tons per annum. Private PPP public-private partnerships in Gujarat Maritime Board will support the projects. It would be the developed using a public-private partnerships approach by consortium of Mumbai-based Padmanabhan Maftal Group in UK Forest Group. So these points are not much important. Over next topics, that is Gogra hot springs. So India has been passing a comprehensive de-escalation situation in eastern Ladakh to end the standoff began the year, which includes disengagement from all the friction point, de-escalation workings out new protocols and patrolling. As part of this, meeting of various levels are being held. Route of India-China border controversy. India and China share 3,488 km long boundary. Unfortunately, the entire boundary is disputed, which delineates the boundary between the two countries is popularly called the McMahon Line, after Sir Henry McMahon. In 1913, the British India governments are called tripartite, a conference in which the boundary between India and Tibet was formalized after the discussion between the Indian and the Tibetans. Conventions adopted and resulted to delimitations of Indo-Tibetan boundary. The boundary is, however, disputed by China, which turns as illegal. In 1957, China occupied Chin and built a road through it. This episode was followed by intermittent clashes along the border, which are finally culminated the Border War of 1962. The boundary, which came to existence after a war, came down to known as Line of Actual Control (LAC) is a military-held line. Now, next topic is Abu Saifin Church. So, these churches are in Egypt. Cairo, a fire ripped through picked Coptic Orthodox Church during morning services in Egypt's capital on Sunday, quickly filling a thick black smoke and killing 41 work sleepers, including at least 15 children. Several trapped congregates jumps from upper floors and murders Abu Saifin Church and try to escape, the intense firm's witness said. Egypt Christians account for 10% of nations. More than 103 million people have a long campaign of discrimination by the national Muslim majority. Now, next topic is GI tag of Mithila Makhana. So, where is Mithila? Mithila is in Bihar. GI geographical indications to indication used to identify goods having special characteristics originating from definite geographical territory. The geographical indications are Goods Acts 1999 seek to promote for registration for better protection and geographical indication relating to goods in India. It governed directed by WTO agreement trade related aspect of intellectual property rights. It was the decades while also stated Article 1, 2 and 10 of Paris Convention that protection of industrial property and geographical indication are the element of intellectual property. It means primarily an agricultural, natural and manufactured products. So, validity. The GI tag valid for 10 years. As we know, what are its significance? The product get this tag, any person or company cannot sell similar items under that name. GI registration of a product provides it illegal protection and prevention against unauthorized use by others. GI tag helps to promoting the export of the products. It also provides comfort to consumers about the authority of that product. Mithila Makhana or Makhan, botanical name Eurel Forex salivus, is a special variety of aquatic foxnut cultivated in Mithila regions of Bihar and Nepal. Mithila is one of the three prestigious culture identities of Mithila: Pan, Makhan and Mach or fish are the three prestigious cultural identity of Mithila. It also very famous for Kojargara festivals of Maithili Brahmins celebrated in newly married couples. Makhana contains protein and fibers along with micronutrients like calcium, magnesium, iron and phosphorus. Now, move on next topic. Production of pineapple. Pineapple, Ananas cornutus, is one of the commercially important fruit crop in India. Total annual world production is estimated around at 0.6 million tons of fruits. India is the fifth largest producer of pineapple with annual output about 1.2 million tons. Other leading producers are Thailand, Philippines, Brazil, China, Nigeria, Mexico, India, Colombia and USA. Indonesia, Colombia and USA. Objectives. The main objectives of this report to present the bankables 1-acre models of high quality of commercial cultivation of the crop. Background. Cultivation of pineapple originated in Brazil and gradually spread to another tropical part of the world. Pineapple cultivation was introduced in India by Portuguese in 1548 AD. Area of production. This is important. The area of pineapple cultivation of India increased 35% from 57,000 hectares in 1991-92, 77,000 hectares in 2001 to 2002, whereas the production has increased 54% from 8 lakh tons to 12 lakh tons. The states of pineapple are grown in Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, Manipur, West Bengal, Kerala, Karnataka and Goa. The other states where it grown in a small scale are Gujarat, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh. So, thanks for watching friends, and don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share. Bye bye.